Hi everyone, how are you doing in these unusual times? My name is Irina and I was supposed to be participating in Reading the River in March, which of course got cancelled due to coronavirus. So here we are, and this is the virtual reading. I would like to share a few poems with you. The first one is a bit of a self-introductory poem and it's called Hybrid. Hybrid. I have 2 homes, 2 passports, 2 birthday seasons. I answer to both names. I persist in putting foreign words together to give shape to my foreign feelings. My thinking process is a duet of native and adoptive tongues. I skip constantly с одного на другой, from one to the other. And yet my feet are firmly planted, one in the snow, the other in the sand. Somewhere in my chest I hope for the elements to blend into a stronger thing. The next one is called How Long, and it's about missing home and missing my family. I'm actually supposed to be visiting my family right now with my children. I haven't been home for 14 years, haven't seen my grandparents for 14 years, and haven't seen my mom for 6 years, as my mom got sick with rheumatoid arthritis 6 years ago. So this is a very difficult time for us, and we can only hope that we will see each other sometime again soon. This is called How Long. I could tell you how the snow glistened in the midday sun like razor blades, how we shivered every time the bus stopped and opened its doors, glazed with frost. How I thawed my feet on the radiator, reclaiming my toes in a momentarily excruciating victory. How on sports days at school we had to bring skis as well as bags of textbooks. How every family with children owned a sled, and some days we all looked like Rudolph. How snowflakes floated above us, their perfect shapes melting on our eyelashes. How he kissed me in the wind like there was no tomorrow of cracked lips. How far winter stretched, from October well into April most years. How odd these parching southern summers have been. How long. The next poem is called Far and Wild, and it was first published in Not Very Quiet. Far and wild. I never cared for manicured lawns, trimmed hedges. It's the wilderness that makes me shiver. Tall grass dances хоровод in a meadow. Wind shakes me to the core, pulls me closer to the ground, my branch ripe with fruit. Below the ocean, towards rye fields, towards daisies, below snowdrifts, below valleys, my roots spread far, towards the graves of my great-grandparents. They carry the scent of hay, the taste of time, the sorrow of a folk song. They drink from a well of a small village. And I just have to say that the word хоровод is, it stands for the Old Slavic art form, a circular dance, and there's usually singing involved as well. The next poem is about to be published in the Blue Nib any day now, and it is about the importance of rest. And I guess a lot of us can relate to rest now as we're forced to rest in the pandemic. But rest can also have beautiful side effects, let's say. An ode to rest. In my yard, the red blooms of the flame tree perch in the blue air. My hammock wraps me in a cocoon, rocks me to surrender. Back in the house, the emails and bills wait. I am drunk on the clear skies. I stroke the white velvet of my cat's back, eyes half closed, his gaze steady and far away. A little sphinx, he's got this thing all figured out. I think light blue thoughts, juicy green dreams slowly bloom. Some say metamorphosis takes hard work. On a day like this, I think it takes nothing but time. And the next one is about the importance of having, of acknowledging your own world, your inner world. And it's called Own Little World. He spat the phrase, in your own little world, out at me. Little does he know. My world, a sentient forest after the snow has fallen. Each step a sharp crunch, each breath a stirring. Words lace the branches in pastels, sparks of scarlet, waltz above my head. From time to time land on my lap. I carry them in my skirt, tentatively, bearing the soft of my thighs. Winds chime with me, a sirocco in restlessness, a nicey gale in despair, a wet monsoon in dreaming, a zephyr at ever-elusive ease. In my own little world, little by little, I took the last of his stuff out, changed the locks. And finally, I've got a bilingual poem that is based on the old Russian saying, "Как с гуся вода, так с тебя худоба," which means, like water of a goose, so is your melody. And it's a sort of an affirmation with the intent of healing. So this poem was written with the intent of our collective healing, and this is mostly about resilience. Water of a goose. Как с гуся вода, так с тебя худоба. Like water of a goose, so is your melody. From my crown down my spine, the warm water ran like honey off my grandmother's hands. I think of the time when the only thing in my grandmother's life was hunger. To this day, she doesn't throw out a crumb. Как с гуся вода, the old pagan wisdom sank into my skin from the lizard brain to my toes. Like water of a goose, so are the lies, the lazy leaners, thin as the paper they're written on, sharp as a blade that cuts us off from each other. Как с гуся вода, so are the years, heavy as the fog I muddle through, goslings in tow, over-scrutinized and undervalued, like water of a goose. So will my marginal unwantedness run down, deep down, to my foremother's bones, fortify my ground. Как с гуся вода, drop by drop, our blood will gather, and all that has been a long time coming will pour over their crowns and stick to them like honey. Thank you very much for sharing this virtual reading with me, and thank you to Linda and Mark for having me. And I hope everyone stays well and safe, and I hope that we manage to stay connected to each other despite the physical distance. Thank you.